I wish I had my hair cut before.
That's what put this out. Hello and good morning. Just a quick mission this morning on my way up to meet Rich from RA Land Rovers to go and get some front control arms for the Range Rover. Then I got to fly over to see Zach and get me spare bits that he picked up for me from the last round. I haven't touched my truck since going to Snug's pit because obviously I've been sitting for Willow and all sorts of other nonsense. Well, I'll say nonsense, just life. So this one's a little bit different. I'm doing a bit of a reminiscing one. So I'm going to go over where I started off-roading and how that then developed to get into where I am now with the current truck and the channel, how that come about. I'm going to get Brad on here a bit later on to talk about exactly what happened at that first round. Hopefully going to get Brad from GLB Racing on here because he had a lot to do with building the current truck. I was hoping to get Chloe on here, but I don't think she's up for it, so I'll just do that bit on my own. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's throw it back 10 or 12 years ago. There is the big 300. 5-bore, 300 TDI, 33-inch tyres, which we thought were big back then. We went everywhere in that. It was dailied, was pay and played, green laned, took it all the way across France to the French Alps. That took us like 24 hours solid driving to get there. Can't say I'll do it again, but it was wicked to say I've done it. Some good bit of driving up in the Alps, bit gnarly, but yeah, because knowing that we had to get back. Turbo let go at Calais on the way home, but she still got us back. But like every other first off-roader, just got too much, fixing it, dailying it. So that got pulled to pieces, scrapped, and then moving forward a couple of years, me and Dad decided to go out and buy a red Disco, 300 again, but commercial this time. Bought it from somewhere in Essex, was sold as okay, but as we all know, second-hand Land Rovers are never okay. Which we found out when me and Tom took it out for the first time, went over towards Debden, all the local lot will know Debden pit, and that didn't quite go too well for us, as you'll see in this clip here. We luckily managed to get out of it by Tom volunteering to lay on the bonnet whilst he put the winch wires together in his hand, because found out the winch weren't wired in properly. Myself and a lot of local lads have spent hours trying to recover people out of that pit. After that complete and utter failure of a drive, we trashed the truck. Absolutely trashed it. Wing mirror got ripped off it, wheel arches got pulled off it, left the passenger window open, so the inside got trashed. So sorting that out, we then decided to make a lot of modifications. So extended rear A-frame, extended johnny jointed rear arms, extended shocks. What else do we do? All the boost pin, all the usual engine bits that you do. And then at the time I was working at the spring firm. So that is what led into Full Flex Springs and the birth of my own business. You'll see in this next clip the difference between the way it handled it before and how it handled it after all the modifications, literally night and day.
guys.
So as you see, she just flew straight through it. Although that was a good day's driving, that was the last day out driving I had with our good friend Connor. He later took his own life, so I thought I'd add in the video of him driving back through the pit in that yellow rig that he built, which is one hell of a car. Yeah, as there it is there, doing its thing. He knew how to drive it, so yeah. Yeah, we took that to many pay and play sites, that big red disco of ours. As you see there, that's climbing up one of the climbs at Devil's Pit. That was another good day. Actually finding out the limits and capabilities of that car in that clay. That was a good one, especially when we then ended up having to try and recover one of the lads who was with us, who was on standard road tyres. Dad being stood by it, recording. Decided, well, I'll say he didn't decide to, but he got a head full of clay, and that was hilarious seeing that. Also took it to Tixover quite a few times. I did say that I was hoping to have Brad from GLB Racing in here, but when I went to go over there to record the video with him, he was a bit too busy, so he didn't have the time to get on it. But we went, as I said, went Tixover. First time we went there was with Brad, and he literally, with that clip there, he 5 minutes before he done that, he said to me and Brad, "Oh, you, I don't know why you're wearing your harnesses. You don't need them at pay and play sites." And then he ended up on his side with his dad in his lap. Yeah, brilliant that was. He had a lot to do with building my car over the phone mainly, but he did help get it all wired and plumbed in for the first ever running. Went to Peterborough showing it with him, where he jumped it at night, punched a hole in the sun. Weren't his fault, that was how it was built, but he done it. But yeah, that was the first proper day's driving in the new truck, as you see there, climbing up all sorts of things, bent front radius arms. That was the beginning of all the issues that we had it.
As you see now, we got Kev from KK Racing with Carl Waddicombe at the top there, winching up a Jordan Hall. I think Jordan's still in two-wheel drive, but they're just struggling to get the vertical lift they need, and that is becoming very difficult. So we're going to have to see what we can do a little bit later on, whether we can make that slightly less of an issue. But as the course evolves, you can see again Tom stopped right in the middle of the course, and he's just waiting for someone to hook up to.
We then had the day's tuning up at a farm near us, where Jose from TD5 Inside came for the day and mapped both mine and his Brad's car, and then spent a few hours hooning around this field, as you'll see now. That was like night and day difference before he got those maps sorted in there. Because mine was real sluggish beforehand. Obviously big turbo without the correct map. And then he got them all mapped up mint, and they were mint and still are now. Besides us blowing the turbo later on, but that weren't nothing to do with the mapping. Then leads us into the few days that Chloe took it out driving. Once again, I was hoping to get her on here, but she's cracking on with her revising, so I don't want to interrupt her really. So I first time I went with her, Tixover. She's never driven anything like my truck, or anything like it in that matter, but she done really well. She said the biggest thing was how much it was like driving a normal car, obviously besides the size of it and all that. she done really well. Then I booked her into the Weekly Woods experience. So this is where she then got to actually experience the winch challenge. Once again, done very well. Very good at listening, which is surprising.
Roll backwards ever so slightly. Reverse. Keep coming. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. That's it. Very well done, Clive.
As you can hear in this clip, she was absolutely terrified of it apparently. Screaming her way down all the steep climbs.
Yeah, you alright? Alright, no, that's fine.
But then it didn't take long
And I'll just get up that
for
hill.
me to turn and look the wrong way, turn back round, and she'd put the car in a hole like this. Which then finally came our first event. We booked onto, I think it was round 1 of the Weekly Woods Winch Challenges. We managed to lose the clutch maybe the week before. Chloe went away on holiday, so the day before the event I ended up getting up at 4 o'clock to take her to the airport, and then cracked on replacing the clutch and whatever else. Got that sorted, all ready for the event, which was good fun. Hanging off ropes all day. I say all day. The front end fell off it about lunchtime. But apart from the front end falling off, it was definitely worth doing. Kai ran the ropes for me that day. He was flat out asleep in the car on the way home, so he definitely put the effort in, dragging those ropes up those hills. But this then leads us into the final piece.
I have a massive head.
You do, a huge head.
Oh, that's alright, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Oh, hello.
so leading in to the last bit and up to date. Well, up to date is in last year.
Yeah. Not quite.
So we entered our first actual race event, endurance style race event. As you all know, it did not go to plan at all.
No.
So
Still good fun.
obviously we done practice, done qualifying, qualified third,
Yeah, we qualified third.
got stuck
It
in
definitely
both.
should have been second.
Yeah,
we
there's
got held
there's
up.
no way we would have caught out. He was like 45 seconds ahead of us.
But we got held up by a good like 25, 30.
I don't know. I don't think we would have done.
We did.
But anyway,
That's what I'm
so
saying.
we done practice, and in all the nerves and excitement, shall we say, of actually getting and being on the start line,
Well,
Clever Clogs here didn't put me transfer case into diff lock.
oh yeah.
So we went out onto the first practice lap,
Oh.
got to the first proper climb, and shall we say,
Well,
We ended up
how
in a-
did we both feel, honestly? Because we said about it after.
Well,
we
I
both said
was-
the same thing.
yeah, I was
we
ready.
wanted to go home.
yeah, I was ready to put the car on the trailer,
Yeah.
100%.
I was scared, and I really didn't think we were going to get anywhere.
Yeah, 100%.
It was awful, to be honest.
But we managed to get it off of that climb. Managed to get round a whole practice lap. Got back in, had a look over the truck, didn't we? Then went back out, and actually having the car in diff lock,
Yeah.
managed to actually crack on, and really started enjoying it.
I don't want to sound like a right tart, but it genuinely was terrifying. On the first, we've been going like paying plays for years, but this was something different.
Yeah.
There was steep cliffs. If you
Yeah.
rolled down, you were going to roll for a while.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I had to rely on his building of the truck, so that was extra terrifying, and his driving.
My driving weren't that bad.
No, it was good.
So yeah, we're now going to just drop straight into the footage from one of our qualifying laps, and I'm pretty sure I've edited a bit so it's not got all the bits in the middle. So we'll just get straight into that. It's long.
Really?
I think so.
That hill was tough to get up, and like as the weekend developed, it just got harder and harder.
Yeah.
And like, well, I'm guessing we're going to see it in a bit from the race start. I haven't actually watched this footage yet. I've seen bits, but.
So, and do you remember also I ended up coming down this hill the wrong way, didn't I? Because of the Joker.
That right, if you turn right there, that was the Joker lap. And one of the times he come out of, went into oncoming traffic at 50 mile an hour off-roaders.
So this is that hill that we got stuck on. If you see that tree over to the left there, we ended up somewhere over there.
Didn't you hit a fence as well at one point?
Yeah, completely side onto the hill.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was a little when Brad and Alden come screaming past.
Footage never does it justice, but that was a bit off camber down there. Oh, we nearly rolled it here a few times.
Yeah.
That was scary. I'm guessing we've got other footage of this bit later.
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, this was quite gnarly. When you was hitting it quick, it feels like a car crash every bump.
Yeah, I did quite enjoy this section though.
It was probably my favourite section.
Especially then when Zach overtook us,
when you're getting overtook, you can see the lumps of these rocks and they're getting kicked up at the car. Yeah, that's unpleasant. And now we haven't got a windscreen. Great.
I've got to go pick the outline for the screen. So
this bit was quite cool as well. It's a bit dodgy. Like if you hit that too fast, then you start to nearly roll there, and you wanted to get as much speed around this, but again, we haven't got the anti-roll bars at this point, so it's really rolling, which I'm guessing we're going to see some clips of in a bit, where I need to wear brown pants. This bit was terrifying. And again, camera doesn't do it justice. That is only what, 7-8 foot, but it's still downhill after that. If you rolled, you would have kept going and going. And how deep was that lake? Like
deep,
like 20, 30 foot.
They were jet skiing on it, weren't they? That night.
So yeah, that was terrifying. I thought we was going to drown. Yeah, I like this section.
It's going to be different now. Now we've got the hydro steer on there.
Oh, that's going to be scary.
Well sensitive.
Yeah, these sections are going to be terrifying.
They're not racing here again this year.
Well,
they were, but now they've changed it.
As long as it's in Wales, it's going to be good.
Yeah. I think they're going round 4s now back at Monster Mountain where the first round was. So this is where we got stuck.
So, okay, so
second gear.
We did go up that way for the practice.
Just about here.
Yeah. Oh, is that? Haha.
Oh, he's got stuck.
Who's that filming?
That's Lee, that is.
Oh yeah. Hello, Lee. I still owe you like 20 quid, I think. Sorry.
When we were stuck in this bog, the biggest bit of mud landing right in front of my eye line, didn't it?
And the windscreen wipers were terrible.
Well, they weren't working by this time.
I swear we need to get ones for planes. If we had like... Oh yeah. This next section was my favourite bit and they took it out. This was my favourite, probably my favourite bit of the weekend.
In the race,
I was gutted. Again, the camera never does it justice, but it was pretty sloppy. It did get pretty bad. I think cars were getting stuck one day all the time, so we never got stuck.
So after we come through here, obviously I literally cannot see.
Yeah.
So I just said to Brad, I says, "You're my eyes," and he told me to go right hand round here.
Yeah.
So I did.
Oh.
And that fence post was very, very close.
Did I grab the steering wheel or did I put my hand up?
I don't think so.
I think I was like, no.
You see that bit of mud right on the windscreen there?
You can see it.
Just could not see.
Coming in here sometimes got layering.
Yeah.
We got it right a couple times. It was perfect. That was not one where we got it right. And you needed to go quite slow into the last corner and then boot it and try and drift at the start. Getting up that hill again, even with speed.
So this is now a race start, yeah.
Yeah. Look at me and my handlebars. Look at that. He's just spinning up. So muddy. I look so nervous whenever I look right and look at my eyes. That's bad. Yeah, so them two have already gone off ahead. We're still, so now we've been overtaken, we're in fourth. Yeah, because they went the other way, didn't they? So we're in fourth place.
This is where the drivers go.
Did only one of them decide to do the joke?
No, both
did both of them? Yeah. So then Zach's still ahead and Al is there, and I'm telling that's Zach. That's Zach there, yeah. And I can see Al. Yeah, and I'm like, go. And we nearly hit Al there. Shame we haven't got footage of that. That was close. And now we come into this section, it's a really good section. It's quite a steep climb, and the whole practice and the run-ins, everyone was going where you can see the tracks are,
and where Zach got stuck,
and where he got stuck. And Cal picked a new line, which was absolutely the gnarliest thing I think I'd ever done in a truck up to that point. And then we're in first place.
So this climb here was quite a foot in it climb with a big drop off the back of it,
and
went to grab a load of brakes, and we was having issues with our brakes.
Paused at the right time. They're like, what have you done?
So unto us at the minute, we've currently got a hole in the back of the sump.
Yeah, and now our way, that's where he overtakes us. He actually hit us on that bit.
He did, yeah, sideswiped us.
And and now we're back in second place, but now drifting.
So although we rolled, it was lucky because we managed to see the oil.
Oh, that was nuts.
All over the axle. And that picture there shows him enjoying himself.
Oh, we nearly killed a guy there. So look, you see him running down the hill, because we were rolling into him. It was quite a big hill. That would have been a gnarly crash.
But as you see there, that was...
Race is over.
That was the end.
I mean...
Turbo let go.
So go through it though. The first thing he done was a sump. We got back and we fitted a sump. One of the people on the course, what are they called, marshals, he had one in the back of his van, so we went and robbed that.
Yeah, stuck that on. Done another half or 3/4 of a lap, I can't remember. Yeah, about 3/4 of a lap.
Yeah.
But we then turbo let go, so that was the end of that. And then when we got back, discovered that the whole front end of the chassis was also on its way out of the chat, because it had torn all the chassis tube all the way around, didn't it? So really, that brings us up to date. From there was another year on, another massive amount of money, no more driving and time, no more driving, and now we are up to date, and hopefully, if all goes well, racing round 2 in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And we'll try to do more than a lap.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Nice.
But it's short course. Course.
Oh, so we should get at least one lap.
At least one lap. But yeah, that's a ex-motocross track in Gloucester. So that'd be cool. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Cheers for sitting in and
Thanks for
giving a bit of an insight, Brad.
I'm not sure much insight I've given. Apart from my screaming and you consistently pausing on my scared face or my disappointed face of what the hell have you done.
Doesn't matter. But yes, hopefully the next upload is going to be a race weekend upload.
Yeah.
Hey? Go on.
Share, like, subscribe, click the buttons, do the things. You know what to do.
See you in the next one.